We back with another one, y'all. So Julio Foolio Killers, they was found guilty, and yesterday was they sentencing or whatever. I didn't get a chance to see it, but everybody was like hitting me up. You got to see it, Buddha. They did something crazy in court. So we ain't doing the whole thing. I think it's like 2-3 hours. But we gonna start right here with Mr. Gatright. You know, I ain't heard it or nothing, so I want to see what Mr. Gatright got to say.
Your Honor, I just thank you once again for allowing me the opportunity. I prepared just a little something.
Oh, you nice. You're an ex-Fortnite champion. Turned into the professional Fortnite builder. Turned into a killer. Now you in court saying thank you. Oh, okay. So you a nice guy. Okay.
Something I worked kind of thoughtfully on, well, pretty thoughtfully on it. So I just ask that you allow your discretion for me to.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Thank you.
As long as it's respectful.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Here we are, being sentenced for the murder of Charles Jones on the day he was killed 2 years later. Now, some may say this is just a coincidence, but I believe that nothing has been, is, or ever will be left up to chance, and that everything in this world is predestined. And there are many biblical promises of that belief holding true. Jeremiah 1:5 says, "Before you were formed in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." Jeremiah 29:11 says, "I know the plans I have for you, plans for good and not for disaster." And Romans 8:28 says, "We know all things work together for good to those who love God and are called to his purpose." And there are many more just like them. God has full sovereignty over our lives. He chooses our times of peace and prosperity, our times of joy and laughter. But he also chooses our traumas and our tribulations, not to punish and tear us apart, but to strengthen our character and our faith. Everyone wonders how and why I ended up in a situation like this, despite growing up with a loving family, nice home, multiple opportunities, and promising potential.
Exactly, nigga. And this ain't Bible study. Carry on.
Some act as if is it impossible or unheard of for someone like me to find themselves in a situation like this. But in reality, it is much more common than we think. It has been happening long before today. There is a parable Jesus shared with the world called the prodigal son, a son who had the nice home, loving family, servants. He had his every need catered to. Yet he still chose to take his inheritance and venture off to a far country where he indulged in prodigal living. He soon ran out of money, and a famine had struck the land he was in. And while that would have been enough signs for most to turn back, his eyes still hadn't opened, and he still hadn't come to his senses. Hungry and desperate, he found a job on a farm feeding pigs. And during these times, pigs and what they were fed were deemed as the filthiest, most impure, lowest of the low, and worst of the worst. But he was so hungry and so blind.
This nigga in court reading Mary Had a Little Lamb, nigga. Dropping Buddha for him. Hey, look, check this out, bro. Hey, no, listen here, bro. You was a Fortnite champion that decided killing people on Fortnite wasn't enough. So then you hopped in the street. You started putting in work for some dudes that wouldn't even let you in the game. And despite them not letting you in the game, you tried to kill Julio Foolio 2 times before the one time when y'all actually did kill him. And now you sitting up here in court reading Mary Had a Little Lamb. I don't want to hear this nigga, man. I don't want to hear this nigga. Nigga, you should be in there saying Julio Foolio did what he did and we had to do what we had to do. Nigga, you more than likely finna get life anyway. What's up with all this Mary Had a Little Lamb? And Joseph them did this and they had a pig and the pig had a wig. And, nigga, who cares, nigga? This ain't finna save you, nigga. You knew you didn't know what you was getting yourself into. Thought you was gonna have a respawn. You know, for that you respawn, nigga was a Fortnite professional Fortnite builder. Hopped in the streets trying to prove himself to a gang that wouldn't even let him in the game. You should already know if the gang trying to get you to commit murders, and most of the other dudes that's in your gang never committed the murder, they don't even like you. Them ain't your real friends, bro. You took out Julio Foolio and got nothing but life. Or you probably go get life, but we go see, I don't know, but more than likely, you gonna get life. Nigga in here reading Mary Had a Little Lamb. I can't believe this.
That the food he fed the pigs looked appetizing.
Talking about pigs
when
and
he finally
wigs,
came
and
to
come
his
on, bro.
He realized that even the servants back home had enough food to spare, yet here he is dying of hunger amongst pigs. After this eye-opening experience, he decided to return home. He was ashamed and planned to go to his father to ask for forgiveness and to become one of his servants because he no longer felt worthy to be called his son. But when he returned, his father embraced him with love and compassion, dressed him in the finest clothes and jewels, and celebrated his son's return with a feast, exclaiming, "This son of mine was dead and has come back to life. He was lost and is now found." It is not uncommon for good young men who come from good families to get lost in this world. But discontentment often leads these good young men astray. When scholars and historians look back on our times, I believe they will label us as the age of discontentment. And those of us who come from privileged upbringings are actually disadvantaged to the fight against it. Because of the high expectations, many opportunities and options we grow up with, we don't know what struggle looks like, or how hard our parents had to work to provide these opportunities for us. We don't know what we have until it's gone. And it often happens after we go through our own eye-opening experience. Never in history has
This nigga think he a poet or something? Where was all this at before you killed this man? Where was all this at when you was planning and carrying out the plan and rolling with the guns and doing all this? Where was all this at? Now you in here, you like a poet and nursery rhymes, and you done mixed it with the Lord. What this got to do with anything? Tell me, what this got to do? You said, nigga, we knew you was lost. You should have known you was lost when you went to go slide in them. How you riding for a gang that you not even a part of? You not even cool enough to be in the game, because they knew you was a Fortnite champion. Yeah, Fortnite champion, flip video, man. Then you wanted to be in the street. And they still did not let you be part of the gang. Is crazy. You did more than the gang members you was trying to impress. That's the worst type of person to be in a gang. When you done did more than the dudes that was already there, trying to impress them, they gonna look at you, oh, he a goofy, he a send-off. We could just send him off. We could get him to do anything. This is crazy, bro.
Has there been a time like now where there's so much available and so easy to consume, but we still demand more, and it is clearly seen in my generation. Young men and women want to grow up faster to try to keep up with the influencers that are idolized, and this is in part due to us being so susceptible. A study done by the National Institute of Mental Health provided evidence showing that the brain doesn't reach full maturity until 26 to 27 years old for men, about 8 or 9 years older than my time during the offense.
Ain't nothing wrong with your brain, bro. You is a Fortnite ex-champion, bro. Professional Fortnite builder. There's no way something could be wrong with you, and you could build a house on Fortnite from the ground all the way up to the sky. I can't even do that, but you can. So ain't nothing wrong with you, bro.
But society knows this, and that's why laws set age requirements on certain activities, amenities, and substances as a way to protect adolescent adults. Yet those same laws don't extend to an adolescent adult when they are charged with crimes and allows them to be prosecuted to the fullest extent, regardless of their age. Your Honor, it is heartbreaking that an 18-year-old can't rent a car or a hotel or buy a home, but can be sentenced to death or life in prison without the possibility of parole. They can't purchase alcohol or tobacco, but can be sentenced to death or life in prison without the possibility of parole.
You the one that give yourself the chance. What are you talking about, bro?
They can't work certain jobs or even go on a cruise without a chaperone, but can be sentenced to death without life, or life without prison, in prison without possibility of parole. And I'm a prime example of these circumstances. At
No,
18
you
years
ain't.
old, with no prior convictions, I was charged, indicted, and had to face the death penalty. My point
Whoop-de-doo.
is, society views anyone under the age of 21 as not being mentally mature enough to participate or partake in these activities, amenities, and substances because certain
I ain't got all
substances
day for
listed
this, bro.
can negatively impact or stunt the growth of a developing brain, while other activities and amenities have restrictions.
This what y'all wanted me to see? I ain't got all day for this, bro. This man talking about absolutely nothing. It ain't nothing he's saying up there right now. Ain't finna get him a long time of life or whatever they finna get, because I didn't see it, so I don't even know what happened. But we finna find out.
Due to the lack of impulse and behavioral control or lack of situational awareness at times with teens. It is very simple to understand that our brains have not developed enough, that we live in a society where someone under the age of 21 can be sentenced to death or life in prison without parole. We leave no room for growth, rehabilitation, or redemption. We don't account for the fact that they weren't a fully developed adult and their judgment and decision-making abilities weren't developed either. I believe it is cruel for someone under the age of 21 to be sentenced to life without parole or death before they're even old enough to be
So after the first 2 times you decided to try to kill Julio Foolio, why you didn't stop? Once you didn't do, why you didn't stop? Because eventually, even if y'all didn't kill him that last time, but eventually they was gonna come get you anyway, because they already knew you was the one that tried to kill him the other time.
fully emancipated
Crazy.
or to fully comprehend what consequences their actions carry. I say all this because I want to see change. Change for those whose fates were sealed long before they were born.
Talking about he won't change.
Change for the prodigal sons and daughters who ventured off too far in the world and got lost.
You want some change? Go get 4 quarters, nigga. We ain't got time, nigga.
Change for those who haven't reached full maturity or unlocked their full potential as adults. Change for the ones who never had the option to go around, over, or underneath, but straight through their obstacles. In spite of my current circumstances, I still trust in all those biblical promises. And I believe that I am exactly where God planned for me to be, a plan He created long before I was born. It is also my belief that this chapter of my life will propel.
You telling me the plan God had for you was for you to be in jail? All right.
Propel me to a much greater purpose than what we see here today.
Hey, y'all, pray for him. He in there spitting that good gospel. Get on one of these. And that's all we gonna give him. That's all we gonna give him. We ain't gonna give him no more than that. He don't deserve no more than that.
Because my journey has just begun. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gatright.
Man, go sit down somewhere, bro. Get
All
him
right,
out of here. Get him out of here.
Does
Sit down somewhere, man.
Davion Murphy wish to say anything or anyone on his behalf? He's indicating no. Okay.
Mr. Davion Murphy has no comments. Yep.
Okay. And Mr.
And Davion don't want to talk at all?
Petridis, on behalf of Mr. Chance, does he wish to say anything?
No, Your Honor, other than we...
Oh, no. I've moved on to Mr. Petridis behind you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mr. Chance, would like to make a statement.
Okay, sure. Come on up. Again, as long as it's respectful.
Out, gutter Zay. Ain't gonna get your baby yet, nigga. They ain't lock your baby up yet, nigga. Go get that baby. If they don't go get that, I'm telling you, boy, if they don't go get that baby gonna destroy Jacksonville. It ain't gonna be no more Jacksonville left. It's gonna be worse than a hurricane. It's gonna be worse than any of that. Go get that baby. Yeah, you look like you ain't got nothing real important to say. Come on down, man. You, your girl, and the baby. All y'all should be locked up anyway. Got a folder full of paper. Man, he get on that Mary had a little lamb time. I'm gonna cut this off, man. I ain't know y'all was telling me to watch this. We ain't got time for all that Mary had a little lamb.
Sorry, I'm kind of nervous. Sorry.
It's all right.
You weren't nervous when you was following Julio Foolio. You, your girl, and the baby. You weren't nervous then. That's crazy. Y'all getting the corporate of all this gangster talk, all this. You weren't nervous when you was on Spaces and Clubhouse and all that talking crazy. Hey, getting this courtroom and then nervous. And Mary had a little lamb pigs, got wigs. And come on, bro. What we talking about?
Sorry, Judge. What I did right.
You can't
What
read.
I did right. Sean kind of covered like how predominantly what I did right.
Okay.
So you niggas is plagiarized. He done said majority of probably some of the stuff that you was supposed to say, nigga. Did y'all lawyers write this together? This is crazy, man. Go ahead and say what you got to say, man.
And my lawyer just told me I couldn't talk about a lot of things, so.
Well, you just need to be careful. If you start talking about the facts of the case, you could end up creating more evidence against you. So that's probably his concern. So,
Hey, imagine you show up to court and they finna tell you how long you finna get, and then the judge tell you, hey, watch your mouth, because you can get in more trouble. Oh, no.
I just want you to be aware of that. But even if you're repeating what Mr. Gatright said, you still have the right to say it. So I don't want you to feel that you can't talk just because Mr. Gatright already said it.
Okay. All right. I don't even have or know the right words to say that can rectify the intense severity of how I am situated currently, corresponding to my sentencing right now. I don't think anyone with a reasonable mind frame could adjust their conscience to the reality of something this absurd, especially being this young. This is harder than what I intended. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like our appearances here were more political based than solely on our 6th and 14th Amendment, which guarantees our right to a fair trial with an impartial jury for each defendant. Being that, I'm not gonna say that.
You ready to snitch. Yeah, that's what you ready to do. That's what your lawyer told you don't do. You ready to snitch. You ready to tell something. You can't even read what you wrote because it'll be snitch. You don't say that. Yeah. Yeah, I see. You ain't trying to get beat up in jail. You about to snitch in the courtroom.
I wanted to say something to you directly.
No, that's fine. And you're more than welcome to disagree with any way I may have ruled in the case.
I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all don't go get that baby, man, that baby go destroy Jacksonville. I'm trying to tell y'all, go get that baby.
You just can't
Repeat the facts.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you don't need to repeat the facts, but you just can't be rude to me. That's all I'm asking. You can express disagreement. I have thick skin and there'll be an appellate review of everything I did, but just don't be disrespectful because then I'm gonna have to tell you to sit down and it becomes a thing. So
Yes,
let's
ma'am.
just not have a thing.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Okay. So, thank you. You all right. So, Judge Cisco, unlike the rest of my co-defendants here,
Nice as hell.
they
Thank
all
you.
are charged with being the alleged shooters and have the same verdicts. However, me, on the other hand, the one who was charged with me for playing the same alleged role as I, gets found not guilty for what I am charged with. Alicia case didn't contradict the alleged shooters versus the state case. I don't even think it's possible it could have. However, it contradicts mine being the only principle here. Because both of our jury's decisions contradicts each other. The only nuance here is I went to trial with 3 other people who have the same verdict as I, and she didn't. Alicia get found not guilty for my current charge. It wasn't a coincidence. Basically what I'm saying is, Alicia, in the state alleged that we played, that's getting into like the facts of like the case.
Well, that's okay. If I'm hearing you correctly, you are taking issue with the fact that I don't know if she's your current or former girlfriend, but she went to trial. She was convicted of a manslaughter and got 15 years, and now you're here facing life, and that I would assume that seems unjust.
Well, we know a bop gonna do what a bop gonna do.
Bop it!
She was smarter than all y'all. She played y'all. She got up out of there. Yeah, she still got to do 15. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, nigga. At the same time, if they didn't go get your baby, nigga, somebody got to do that time. So even if you saying you ain't pulled the trigger, you was just the lookout, Alicia got last time for being the lookout, and you fully got charged or whatever, guess what, nigga? The baby was there, and somebody got to go raise the baby and see the baby, Alicia, after her 15 years. But nigga, no, you got to do the time for you and your baby, since ain't nobody want to go lock the baby up.
Just to you, is that correct?
That's highly unjust. I seen Susie Lopez on the news this morning.
Who the hell?
She was saying that.
Who the hell is Susie Lopez, bro? We don't care. We don't know who Susie Lopez is, and we don't care neither, nigga.
Justice has been served. Absolutely, if you see it from that perspective. But everything that's a perspective is based off perception. So if you say that's justice, okay, but when you look at, if you put me and Alicia up on like side by side, that's unjust, like it's injustice, like it doesn't make sense, like it's contrary to my verdict. Like her jury made their decision, our jury made their decision, but it contradicts like both of our verdicts. The only difference is like,
no, nigga. See, what happened was she got up out of there on y'all. You feel me? Did her thing over there. Did what a bop do, played slow and stupid. They said, okay, we gonna get her fit in. But, nigga, you gotta do the time for you and the baby, nigga, and her, nigga. So, yeah, no, you ain't going nowhere, nigga. It's over with. Yeah, you can sit down. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere, nigga. It ain't no injustice, nigga. It's justice, nigga. Yeah, and they ain't doing you wrong, nigga. Nigga, you had your baby on the hip with you, nigga. Yeah, you should get the time.
I went to trial with my co-defendants and she went to trial by herself. So I feel like personally, I got guilt more so by association than like participation. That's all I really wanted to say, Judge. Sorry, because this is way more harder than I anticipated. But that's all, though. Thank you.
Sure, sure. And you probably...
It's crazy how Courtroom make y'all freeze up, but y'all can plan murders, do drill raps, drill songs. Y'all can shoot at people all day, but you get in the courtroom, and it's hard. It's hard. Come on, bro.
We know when Miss Andrews went to trial, she basically pinned it all on you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know. You know when, as I sit with my lawyer, like he's very, like he's probably shivering over there because he don't know what
right.
I say out my mouth.
Right. He's very concerned.
He ain't worried about what you saying out your mouth, nigga. He know you ain't going nowhere. He got the money. He ain't finna talk to you again.
Definitely. A lot of people don't know, but before you go to trial, you try to be optimistic, but everything is done strategically. So how the lawyers optimize what they gonna say or what they gonna do, they do it with the client. You know, I'm not saying what she's saying was wrong or not wrong, or what he wanted her to say or what she said, you know, but that's all though. I want to say something to like Jacksonville though too.
You ain't saying nothing.
So to my city, man.
Yo city.
It ain't worth it, boy. Like,
Oh!
it ain't worth it. Like, me being a rapper from my city, and
You ain't even the real rapper from your city. We ain't never listen to you, Nick.
Foolio being a rapper from our city, it ain't worth
And Foolio had more hits than you, nigga.
it. Like, my mouth getting dry, sorry. Like, the dissing, the beefing, the shooting, like,
Are you
For
Baptist now, nigga?
like, for what?
Oh,
Like,
this nigga
when you
Baptist.
sitting in your cell, alone, cold, it's lonely as hell in that bed.
Oh, it's lonely in that cell, huh?
Everybody leave you. Like, nobody here for you. Like, the ones that's your right.
You knew that. Let's send him a prayer up, y'all. We ain't gonna give him no more than that.
Ride or die, your girlfriends, whoever you love, the only person there for you is your mother. And maybe, like,
How your girl gonna be there and she in jail too? You niggas is idiots, man. You're stupid. Hey. You niggas is idiots. And you and her talking and sexting and all that anyway, so it's still like you got her because she still do whatever you say.
one friend, maybe, but it ain't worth it though, bro. It ain't worth it. I was 21 years old facing the death penalty. I never ever, my only interactions with law enforcement was traffic tickets. Wake up next morning, I'm facing the death penalty. That's how quick life can change. It ain't worth it, bro. That's all though.
You couldn't think about that before you did what you did, though? Hey, y'all take a long look at this face. Because if you out there playing them games, you're going to end up looking just like this.
And sorry if I was nervous. Sorry.
No, it's okay, Mr. Chance. And thank you for
Go
saying
ahead, get
that.
up out of here, man. You wearing
Yes,
that
ma'am.
blue folder. Who we got next, man? Because Davion, who said they weren't going to say nothing? Was that Rashad?
Your Honor, Mr. Davion
All right, Carl, get Davion up here. See what he got to say.
Murphy has changed his mind. He doesn't want to make a brief statement.
Sure.
I think he made it from right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, he changed his mind. Now he want to talk. All right, come
what
on.
would you like to say, Mr. Murphy?
I would like to say to God be the glory.
Oh, to God be the glory. All these niggas are Christian. They just start a group. Why don't y'all start a group in there? All you niggas to flip Christian, Baptist, Muslim, all this, assalamu alaikum, all this. Mary had the little lambs and all that. And you niggas supposed to be stone cold killers. This is the problem, man. And y'all daddies in there. And wait till y'all daddies, y'all daddies and uncles, and they finna put hands on y'all. They see how y'all acting in this courtroom. Y'all letting them down. Y'all ain't keeping the tradition going.
And all the time, and he forever have the last say so.
I'm sorry, Judge.
You gotta come up to the mic,
you
bro.
may
We
have
can't
to
hear you.
step up to the podium because the court reporter just needs to hear what you're saying, Mr. Murphy.
And your lawyer know better than that. See, your lawyer tried to hand you a paper, and you just shook your head. You wouldn't even take the paper from your lawyer. Straight idiot. A bunch of idiots, bro. Ain't gonna get up here and say something stupid.
As I was saying,
Hey, now I see why when they was doing the video, they was calling him the big one. I ain't realize how big he was. He big as oh, that boy the size of a garage. Boy, like a small garage coming up there.
yeah, it look different from up here. Okay.
What you got to
To
say?
God be the glory all the time, and he'll forever have the last say so in our situation. As I said in my interrogation interview, I'll be judged for it, and I'll forever retain my innocence. And I just want to say to the Gen Z generation, change your life and do something productive with your life, because in this predicament, it ain't worth it. And like it was said before, this is not my first rodeo down this road, so it's looking like forever, but I'll forever keep a positive mind state and a positive mindset, but to God be the glory forever. And that's it.
Thank you, Miss Murphy.
You could have kept that to yourself, nigga. You ain't say nothing to the Gen Z, to the God be the glory, to the God be the glory. Then you could have put that on the t-shirt and wore it up in there. Could have wore it up under your orange suit or stuff. The God be the glory. That's all you said. Nigga ain't say nothing. The nigga ain't had nothing to say, brother. God be the glory. Hey, these niggas is funny. Is Rashad
right.
coming up here, man? Or we can get to go ahead and get to the verdict,
anything you
man.
want to say or at all?
I've been 30
You don't
minutes
have to.
in, these dudes ain't
Give me a
said
final
nothing.
chance.
I love everybody.
Okay. Okay. All right. Very good. All right.
Rashad, you got something. I love everybody. Jesus is the Lord. He don't even want to get up. I love everybody. Jesus the Lord. Yeah, that's it. Davion gonna be punching on you up in there because you dirty boy. You left all that evidence on Davion phone, boy. But Davion read that paperwork, he gonna beat you.
So a couple things before I pass sentence. First of all, I want to commend the lawyers again. I know I did it at the close of the trial, but this was a massive case. I mean, it's by far the longest case, the most intricate case, the most difficult case.
I ain't want to hear all that, Judge. We gonna go ahead and go to the sentencing part, y'all, because I got to see what they got.
I've ever handled in almost 24 years. Orthopedic is asked for what he did, or what he drilled, the drill rap videos he made. But goodness gracious, going and desecrating the gravesite of a murdered relative is, you don't deserve to be killed for that, but you just increased your odds that it was going to happen. And that's the truth. That is the truth. So I'm not at all, again, stating that he deserved it, but it's just shocking. It's shocking to me. And I do have great sympathy for the defendants. You all, for the most part, are young men. And some of you have children. And now, for what? For what? Now, you're looking at life in prison. And what was it for? And I really appreciate Mr. Gatright and Mr. Chance really speaking to your community. Like, these decisions that are made can have unalterable changes that you can't come back from. There's no coming back from them. You either end up dead or incarcerated for life. And I
Two things. Let me stop right here. Let me tell y'all something. If your lawyer got a bad haircut in a bad suit, do not hire him. That's all I'm saying. If your lawyer ain't got his haircut right in a bad suit, please don't hire him.
I feel like, you gentlemen had much more to offer this world. You did, and you do. And so, in particular, Mr. Rashad Murphy and Davion Murphy, listen, there's no question you guys had a difficult childhood. There is no question.
Let's get to the ruling.
I do find it remarkable, and I hope that you can maintain your positive outlook. Each of you still has a life of value. And going forward, the quality of the life that you have every day will come down to the choices you make. And so I hope that you continue to make choices, and then you realize you do have value and you can contribute. And you started today by speaking to the members of your community, particularly the younger men, that this is not the way to go. It's not. It's not. Because look, we have Charles Jones is dead and 4 people who will now spend life in prison. And again, all for what? For what? Nothing. Over nothing. Turf warfare, drill rap videos. I mean, it really is nothing. So one thing I found that was, when I was listening to the testimony, I think when Robert Howard testified, he testified that Jacksonville was the new little Chicago. And
Hey, Judge, leave Chicago out of this. What you talking about? Don't put Chicago in this. Chicago ain't had nothing to do with this.
I almost fell out of my chair. because I can't even imagine anyone in Jacksonville wanting that comparison. So I was curious. I looked it up, and who knows if this is accurate, but apparently in Chicago last year, there were 406 homicides. A quarter of that was gang-related. That's about 104 people. Dead, poof, gone. For
It's the rack. We lit.
what? For what?
Because
So,
people be playing
just
and we
want
ain't
you all to
playing.
know
That's why, Judge.
that, and I really do hope that at least in the community of Jacksonville that there are serious changes. I don't know why this scourge of gang violence has cropped up. I have no idea. I really am not familiar with Jacksonville. I don't know the whys, but I hope that the community does come together to end it, because Jacksonville just can't keep losing so many young men cut down in the prime of their lives. Can't do it. Continue doing it. So, okay. Anything further before I pronounce sentence?
No, Your Honor.
No, let's get to the sentence,
Nothing
Judge.
on behalf of Rashad Murphy.
Let's see what they got.
Davion Murphy.
All right. So, Mr. Chance, I'm going to start first. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty. Count 1, sentence you to mandatory life without the possibility of parole.
Damn. Mandatory life without the possibility of parole. Damn.
Count 2, I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to life to run concurrent with count 1.
Damn.
Mr. Gaff.
You know you done messed up when your life sentence get a concurrent life sentence. That's crazy,
That's right.
bro.
On count 1, I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to life without the possibility of parole. You also have a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence. On count 2, the conspiracy, I will sentence you to 30 years in prison to run concurrent.
Got a life plus a 20 and a 30? Oh my God.
Count 3, attempted murder in the second degree. I will sentence you to 30 years Florida State Prison with a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence, again to run concurrent with all other counts. On count 4, attempted murder in the second degree, adjudication.
Get him a PS5, get him Fortnite, and you know it is what it is, man.
You guilty and sentence you to 30 years prison with a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence, again to run concurrent with all other counts. Count 5, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 30 years Florida State Prison with a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence, again to run concurrent with all.
Bro, the man gotta do, even though he got life, he got to do 30 years before he even think about trying to get out of jail. Should have stayed in the house playing Fortnite.
All other counts. And on count 6, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 5 years Florida State Prison. Again, to run concurrent, and again, for you and Mr. Chance, giving you credit for all time served. As to Davion Murphy, Mr. Davion Murphy, I will adjudicate you guilty of first-degree premeditated murder, sentence you to life in prison without the possibility of parole, and you will have a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence as part of the life sentence. Count 2 on the conspiracy, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to life to run concurrent. On the attempted murders, counts 3, 4, and 5, I will adjudicate you guilty of each of those, sentence you to life in prison with a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence on each, again to run concurrent with all of the other counts, and again giving you credit for all time served.
Lord, Jesus Christ.
And finally, Mr. Rashad Murphy, I will adjudicate you guilty of murder in the first degree, sentence you to life in prison without the possibility of parole, and you will also receive a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence. On count 2, conspiracy, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to life in prison to run concurrent with count 1. On counts 3, 4, and 5, I will adjudicate you guilty on each of those, sentence you to life in prison. Each of those carries a 20-year minimum mandatory, again to run concurrent with all other counts, and giving you credit for all time served. All right. anything.
All right, we wrap it up, y'all. Hey, stay out the streets, man. Please. Y'all ain't built, bro. All this glory be to God, pigs, wigs, and all it. It came in here, ain't say nothing, man. Hey, if you in Jacksonville, she just started a trend. This is what they gonna be trying to give all y'all moving forward. For y'all that still want to gang bang in Jacksonville. This is what you facing. This is what they gonna be trying to give you if you still trying to play in them streets out there and you in Jacksonville with you 1200, ATK, NHG, whatever y'all got going on down there. You know it is what it is, man. I feel sorry for them because they could have been doing something else with their life. They had their whole life ahead of them, and they just decided to go play in the streets. And it was sloppy. It was stupid. It wasn't well orchestrated at all. Innocent people got hurt. Innocent people could have got killed. And you know, it's just a messed up situation. So y'all just stay out the streets, man. But we running a little long, man. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about all this, man. It's your boy Buddha. I'm out.